Hello everyone, this is Ms. Kim of the Web Savvy Cafe, as well as Ms. Kim Savvy $5 Bling Emporium. This video will discuss how to use the new blur feature on YouTube. So just in case you have a video and you don't want something that you see when you're reviewing it and you say, oh my goodness, I don't want that to be shown, this is what you can do. So let's take a look at a video that's in my studio. And I'm going to take a look at this one. So I'm going to click on it. And this is my Zai collection video that I did over on my other channel. And I brought it over here. And there's an area on the left hand side that says editor. Okay, so let's click on editor. Okay, and we'll just wait for the video to populate. Okay, we can see it down here, so it's good to go. And then we have our audio in, everything looks good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just scroll this up slightly so you can see everything. And I'm going to move the timeline out to, let's just say here. And I'm actually looking for an area. Let me just play it a little bit. Where it shows an instruction. Okay, this particular one. Okay, right here, we'll use this. So you see, now, let's just say for whatever reason, you wanted this part blocked. Okay? So what you would do is look down here, and you see this right here? This is the blur feature. And as you can see here, it's typed here, blur parts of your video. So we're going to click the plus sign. And by the way, don't be afraid, because anything that you do, you can always go up to the top and undo it. Okay, and then redo again if you prefer it. I'm going to do a custom blur because I'm not interested in a face. There's no face in this video. So I'm going to do custom blur, and it puts a rectangular box right here. You don't have to keep it there. Let's take a look at this right now. Right now it has the custom blur, and it has this time amount for the whole or a good portion of the video. Right now it's rectangular. You can choose oval and watch what happens. It changes to oval. Okay, we're going to keep it oval for now. And then I don't want it to actually track an object. You can do that. Which means that if you were moving in the video, if the screen was going up and down, this particular blur would move up and down with it. And that's actually a pretty nice feature that I've used. We're going to click on Fix Blur Position. And now I'm going to put my mouse or my cursor inside of this box. I'm going to wait till it shows the double crosshead lines. And I'm going to place it here so it can cover the first part, and then I'm just going to move this until it covers all of what I want it to cover. Now, since it's an oval, you have to really play with it to get it to cover the whole area, because some of the area will be cut out. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so we got that there. Make sure you understand that this blue line, the dotted line that's surrounding it, that will not be seen in your actual video. Okay, so I have this for this point. If you look down at the blur, you can see it says from 0, and then it goes out to a little bit over a minute. Actually, if you look up here, it'll tell you exactly where it's going to begin and end. So let's say that I'm going to play the video. And I know when it changes to the next one that that's not what I want there. I just want it to be empty. So if I take the mouse and wait until it has just the horizontal lines, I can move it, and I can move it past this line, which is where we are on the timeline. So I just want to see what it looks like with and without it. Okay, so now there's the new one, the B. So I'm gonna move over on this timeline, and you see right there it's still clear. Okay, so if I wanted it to show up like that, that's still showing the Danielle. So I'm gonna move this out of the way, and make sure it's not the double crosshairs, because that moves the whole blur. I just wanted the horizontal cross line so I can move it a tiny bit. Okay, and then I'm going to come back, I'm going to press play and see what it looks like. So as you can see, that blur is there and then it stops. Okay, so I'm just going to move it over a little bit more, and make sure you're grabbing the blur section and not the timeline. Okay, so I'm going to go back. The timeline indicator, it'll pick that up sometimes. Play it. And now it opened up to the next one. So you can play around with the timeline, and if you need a little bit more precision, then you can open it up, widen it out, and then start again. And there we go. That's exactly the way I wanted it. I didn't want you to be able to see the other transition. So that's what you do with the blur. Now, once you are done creating all the blurs that you need, okay, you don't have to undo or redo anything. You can go up and you can click save. Once you do that, I'm not going to do it here. It's going to tell you that it's going to take some time to process, and that the original version of your video is still being seen on your channel. If for some reason you don't want that to be seen on your channel while you're making the changes, you can always change it to unlisted or private as far as privacy settings go. Right now, I would just save it, and I would just wait until it's finished processing. Once it's finished processing, it'll change on its own. You don't have to do anything else, and you can always move away from the screen and wait for the process. That does not mean that you have to stop anything else that you're doing. And that is how you create a blur to safeguard information on a YouTube video. Thank you, and have a nice day.